Welcome to Wednesday, V. I'm very curious why your videos keep beginning with goth kids and too much makeup. Tell me in the next video. By the way, we need our viewers to give us punishments. So basically what happened is that last Wednesday, because you don't have a computer, you missed uploading a video. Now that's understandable, but you're still getting punished. And then on Thursday, I was so excited to make a video talking about how punished you were. And then I looked at my calendar and I realized that it was actually Friday, and I had missed my own video. If you're a taker watching this video, give a punishment for me and a punishment for V in the comments. You gave very interesting talk and discussion about like regret and, you know, how things will end up and yada yada yada. But at the same time, there are once in a lifetime opportunities and sometimes we miss out on them. I guess that's a very like Lord of the Rings mentality. But then again, Lord of the Rings, favorite films and favorite book of all time. And Tolkien's like major theme was death, was the idea that certain things are ending or have ended and will never be seen in the world again. That being said, as I said in the last video, it is like the first world problemiest of all of the first world problems. Let me answer your question you said in the last video. If I had a trope, which I kind of already do, it would be cameoing in my own films. I know, it's a Hitchcockian thing, and it's also a Peter Jackson thing. I happen to be big fans of both of those directors, so I do not see this as an insult. But I had a cameo in the very first short film I shot ever, and here is my cameo at the end of my short film Overnight, which I'm actually going to be putting up for sale very soon. So if you want the context of why that happened, you're gonna need to keep an eye out for that. It's been busy in LA since you left, and not necessarily in a good way, like in one of those, oh my god, too much stuff to do kind of ways. I mean, between the writing a book every week and formatting new books for other people and editing other books for other people and somehow managing to keep everything kind of going and, you know, money coming in, it's, I haven't been sleeping a whole lot. Not a lot of sleep. It's making me feel like I'm getting pulled in too many directions at once, and too many of those directions are not in line with what I want to be doing. For example, I spent almost 2 days trying to fix something on my computer so that I could complete a video edit that I got hired to do by somebody else. Now, I do not want to be a professional video editor. I did the edit because it was helping some people out, and they were paying me for it. But those extra 2 days turned it from something that I was going to do in order to supplement some income into something that I was like ready to kill somebody over. But it's funny that when I find myself getting pulled too far in directions that I don't want to be doing just because somebody asked me to do it and I don't know how to say no, or because I said yes because they were going to pay me and I needed to make a little bit of extra money, it doesn't usually turn out well in the long term. And it's weird, and I still find myself doing it sometimes, but I feel like people have definite purposes and goals that they want to achieve in life, and when they deviate too far from that, they may sabotage themselves because they're doing something they don't really want to be doing. But how about you? Do you ever get pulled off onto something, have to go do some job or some whatever that you really don't want to be doing, that doesn't further your own personal aspirations, that isn't good for your mental, spiritual, career health? I mean, I know that's probably a little bit of a silly question, because almost everybody has to do something like that at some time or another, so why don't you tell us about your times and we can trade war stories, horror stories, some kind of story. That sentence really petered out. I'm interested to hear your thoughts, V. Let me know on Friday. Let me know on Friday. Yes. You don't know the power of the dark side of the Force. It will make you subscribe by clicking on that button. If you don't click on the button and subscribe, the dark side of the Force will choke you. Yes, choke you. That's what it'll do.